The next little job here, this is a rocker cover off a British motorbike. It's got a valve lifter arrangement. There's a little arm that comes through there to lift the rocker arm to lower the compression a little for easier starting. This has got a lot of play on this arm, and it's leaking oil from that point, and which you can see that there. Get back a little bit. So I'll take this to pieces and see what's going on and see if we can come up with a solution to improve that. Our arrangement for the arm nut washer, the arm which has got a small internal spline on it, another washer, and there's a couple of O-rings each side of the casting. Whether they're original or not, I don't know. Sometimes with British bikes they tend to just rely on the fit of the arm in the body. We've not got a massive amount of room to play with. The wear is on the casting itself. Looking at the arm, it looks actually fairly new. There's no wear marks on there, so what I'm going to try and do is bush inside that casting there. We won't see that on the video, but there's considerable slop there to take out. I'll do some measuring. I'll see what materials I've got and see what we can do with it. I've found some bushes here, some phosphor bronze bushes. I thought were just about right. Unfortunately, the bore of those is 316 thou, and we're only looking for, well, our shaft is 309, so 7 thou's a little bit too much clearance there. We only want a sort of thou and a half clearance. Shame, they were close. So a little bit of phosphor bronze. I'll have to set that up in the lathe and make a short bush out of that. So we'll set the lathe up and come back to that one. I've got the small piece of phosphor bronze set up in the lathe here. I'm just going to centre drill and drill it out to a rough size. Our shaft measures 7.84 in millimetres, 7.85 around that region. So we'll go with a 7.5 drill to start with, just to rough it out, and then take it up from there. roughly we need we're about 20mm depth wise, plus a little bit of clearance at the back. Set up, use the scale on the tailstock. Just bring it close like that. What are our options with this bush on finishing? It's 7.84 on the shaft. I think the nominal would have been around 5/16, which is 7.93, 7.94. So I've got reamers at 5/16 if we're going to go to ream, but I think that'll make it a little bit too sloppy. I could ream with an adjustable reamer, but I'll have to part it off. With the equipment I've got, I think I'm going to go with a drill bit, and it's leaving a nice finish in there. So I'll go to 7.8 and just see what that the fit of that's like. So we've stepped up a couple of sizes here, and I'll just go through again. Just starting to go in there. Seven 7.7. To 7.8. Just take it up gradually rather than out all in one go. Not 7.8. Yeah, just started to press in. If we go 7.9, that's 0.06. 6 over, which should be a clearance. Drilled finish isn't ideal, but I would imagine that the original factory job on that sort of thing probably would have just been a drilled finish. Well, 7.9. It's just starting to, yeah, just starting to go in there. And that. Let's remeasure. Little bit of a burr just on the edge of the cam there, so I'll just clean that off. Come back in a second. And with that through, bit of a clean up on the edge of the part there. That's just a nice sliding fit with sort of minimal play there, so that'll be okay when we're pressed in. Start turning the OD down. I've had a look at the rocker cover, and it'll clean up at 10mm bore, so I'm going to do this bush at 10.1, which will give us about a 3 thou clearance, 3 thou fit, probably a little bit less, might go a little bit less on it, so I'll start to turn this down to OD. About 22, 23mm. We'll start by taking that 10mm off it. 13. 1298. Take another mill off. $10.96, so took about another 0.884 off that, somewhere near 10.96. Ten point 53. 46. Four. Stable. That's it. 10.36. .36. And last little cut there. 10.105. 107. Yeah, that'll do fine. Work on the rocker box next. Okay, we're aligned as best as I can with the original hole. I'm just starting to work the way through. What I've got to do is keep that rocker arm out of the way. That seems to be cleaned up quite nicely, very centrally. Just took out enough to clean that up there. We'll set up with a reamer next and just clean it up with a reamer. Now we're set up with a 10mm reamer just to go through and finish that. WD-40 on there, and again, as I say, keep the rocker arm at the back out of the way. So now we've got a cleaned up 10mm reamed bore for our bush to press into. What I'll probably do is just machine a little flat surface on there and maybe put a little step, a little top hat on our bush just to stop it falling inwards. Little tiny on the fly modification there. I've just turned it back a little bit more to that. No, it's not focusing. And put a little bit of a step on it so that it'll fit into a 12mm recess I've put into the rocker cover itself. So we'll pop that off now and get ready to fit it to the rocker cover. There, cleaned up, a little parted off is our little bush with the shoulder on it, ready to press into the rocker cover. It's a little bit over length. Once it's in place, I'll just reduce it down slightly on the mill. And there is our little machined area and a recess for the bush to sit into. There we go with our bush. Focus, yeah. With a little bit of Loctite retainer on it. Top at that side, and then the length on the other side just about right. Just put that rocker on that way, so we can reassemble the lifter mechanism. See what that's like. I just took a little light facing cut off the inside there, just to give it a flat surface and set the arm in the correct position. So it can be reassembled now and ready to go. Another one done.